Hey, what's up everybody? It's gonna be with you again. It's Richard. I'm back again. Kicking start the year 2016. Happy New Year. Hope you're having a great one. And of course, it's back to business as usual after the long holidays with Christmas, New Year, and now the kids back at school again. I've got a lot of catching up to do, that's for sure. Okay, so anyway, today we're gonna be checking out a 150 watt box mod, which I've really enjoyed using, or should I say playing with it, because apart from the power and also the performance as well, it's probably one of, if not the smallest, okay, dual 18650 box mod, and the lightest there is, I think. That's not all. It looks really cool and also very trendy as well. So let's go ahead and find out what the VapeMX 150 watt temperature control box mod has in store for us. Right, meantime, before we go on, I just want to say thank you very much to VapeMX Incorporated for sending this my way for the purpose of this review, and Happy New Year. Cool and trendy, as I said earlier, because you could actually just change the leather cover to whatever color you want or whatever design you want. So all you got to do is just peel open from the bottom here and the cover comes off, and you could change it. They got so many colors, so many designs, all kinds of different patterns. In fact, I've got a picture. I'm going to put it up for you on screen to let you have a look at it. They sell this as an accessory, so you can buy, you know, different colors, matchy style, and then, you know, that's the fun part of this mod. It's very cool and trendy. It's like a fashion mod like that. So have a look at it. That's right, as advertised, it's supposed to be leather. Seriously, it smells like leather. But I'm no leather expert. But then again, PU or pure leather, I couldn't tell them apart. Alright, so anyway, this is what the cover is like. But what's amazing is when I first got it, you know, when I saw leather, I thought it was going to be very soft and it's going to be like very squishy when you have it on the mouth. No. I think they treated it, and once you put it on, it's quite solid, you know. It feels like a box. It doesn't squish in and all that, you know. When you have soft leather, it will. But this one, no. Like I said, they probably treated it. And the weight of this device without batteries in it, if you take off the batteries, you know, and just hold it in your hand, this thing is feather weight. It is so light, okay. Alright, so all that said, meanwhile, the VapeMX box mod, 150 watt box mod, is not just about looks and the way it feels. It feels really good ergonomically for the size for a dual 18650. It feels really good in the hand. This is like the smallest dual 18650 box mod that I've ever held in my hands, and it's really nice. Okay, this is powered by a VapeMX proprietary chipset. Proprietary chipset, okay. And it gives out 150 watts of pure power, and the minute you hit the fire button, it's instantaneous. It comes straight away. I'm going to take a vape right now. Comes with temperature control that does the nickel, titanium, and also custom wires as well. Okay, so a little bit of specs for you. Resistance range, especially in power mode, and also temperature control, goes from 0.05 to 2 ohms. Okay, also acts as a pass-through. It's got a pass-through function in it, and the minimum resistance, it's 0.3 to 2 ohms. Pass-through is like a mechanical mod where you fire and it gives you full power. All right. On power mode, which is good for RDAs, it actually features something called the gain and the decline function in there. Between 0.1 to 9.9 seconds. Normally you'd set it to about 2 or 3 seconds, so within that time frame it heats up your coil, okay? And if you want to decline, set it, and within that, you know, few seconds that you've set to, it starts to drop like half the power that you've set it. Let's say you've set it to 50 watts, it'll drop to 25 watts within 2 or 3 seconds that you've set to. So this is to give you a better vaping experience. Last but not least is something called the core protect function that you have in there. This is in case you're in power mode, you pick up, you know, an anti-RDA with nickel built in it, you pop it in there, you don't know you want to vape on it. If you're on power mode, it's going to pop your coil. Okay, so what it does when you switch on Core Protect, it will censor it the minute you fire, you know, the device, and it will automatically correct the setting from power mode to temperature control. So that's what Core Protect is, so it doesn't pop your coil. Let's go ahead, get into the close-ups right now, take a look at it, and before that I'm going to put on some specs on screen for you to have a look, and then come back, we'll vape on it, and I'll give you my 2 cents worth. Let's go. 2 boxes arrived actually, one that carries the leather cover, which is sold as an accessory, and this black box here contains the device. So let's have a look at the accessory first, which is the leather cover. This is how it looks like, the blue one. As you can see, they've got these lines across. It's pretty cool. And these 2 sides is black. It's magnetic. It's supposed to be real leather. In front, you've got the logo embossed here. Right, so this is the accessory. We'll come back to it again. The box for the device, VapeMX. That's a black device in there with a sticker label that says the color. VapeMX check and scratch authenticity sticker here. Alright, we'll just put that aside. You've got a little envelope here that contains your warranty card, exchange information. There's also a card in there that says view user manual on our official website vapemx.com. Follow VapeMX on all the social sites. And you got all these strips here. If you would like to, you can actually stick them to your battery. Not very good spelling, I'm afraid. So anyway, they've got a lot in here, but it's not difficult to remove the batteries and install the batteries. I'm going to put this aside. That's your warranty card. Also comes with a suede kind of, you know, polishing cloth and a micro USB charger. This is to charge your device. It doesn't support a firmware upgrade. You can't do any firmware upgrade on the device with a USB charge port. And the device comes in this plastic wrapper inside. Remove the wrapper and you have the device. VapeMX 150 watt temperature control. This is how it looks like. Just a quick all-round look, and you have all these ventilation holes. If I'm not mistaken, they total up to about 36 holes altogether at the side here. That's your fire button, that's your up button, your down button to increase and decrease your wattage, and that is also your USB charge port. There's an engraving on the aluminum plate here, VapeMX, and this thing is made of aluminum and also plastic. It's got 3 screws here to hold down this section to the plastic inside. I think they've, you know, corrected a problem here where I've seen on other reviews where, you know, they say the screws protrudes out. This one doesn't. And with that, you could actually, if you're placing it on the wooden table and you just pull it, you can actually scratch your table. So right now I think they've done a little bevel along the edge of the hole and screwed it down all the way down deeper. So now it's nice and flush. There are no, you know, cutting edges or anything like that. It's got a brushed finish to the aluminum metal, you know, that's around it. As you can see, yeah. 510, which is spring-loaded 510 here. Very nice, popping up and down. Got 510 threading there. And there's a little catch cup here, if you just notice. Some people call it a beauty ring, but what it does is, if you've got any juice that's leaking out of your air hole from your atomizer, it collects all around here so it doesn't get into your 510. And this one can be removed while you see your 510 here. And it's got another 2 screws there holding this top panel down. Alright, if you're not using the catch cup, you could have it the other way around and screw it in, depends on how you like it, okay? If you don't screw this back, you know, strong enough, and what happens is when you screw on an atomizer, it might wobble, so make sure you, you know, screw this down nice and tight, okay? I like to use it the other way around, where I can use the catch cup. Once beaten, twice shy. I've had, you know, like other mods where I've got my 510 filled with, you know, e-liquid and it doesn't work. It'll cause a short, so I'd rather use the catch cup. That's your LED display screen, which we'll come to afterwards once I put in batteries. Let's open up the box right now. Just put your finger, pry open this leather piece. Please excuse the thunder. We're slowly but surely going out of the monsoon season, but there's still rain every other afternoon. VapeMX made in China. This is supposed to be real leather. Same thing with the blue one, just a different color. Alright, we're going to put that aside and take a look at the box itself. That's all there is to the box. This is made out of plastic. And this is aluminum. I think it's plastic. As you can see, it bends. If I were to press it some more, it might just snap. That's positive, negative, clearly marked there for you. And you have VapeMX lighted up there. To remove the batteries, all you got to do is just use your finger, slide it out, and that's it. So like I said, you don't need to have that strip. And this one, you can either push from the back with your little fingers, or you can just knock it once and it comes out a little bit, and all you got to do is just pull it out. That's it. All right, let's do a weight check on this device with the casing, and let's see how much it weighs. To put it back, all you got to do is just snap it on, and the magnet will hold on to it. And like as I was saying, you know, the leather case is pretty hard. You notice if I press it down, when you hold it, it's nice and firm. Actually, it doesn't just sink in or, you know, crush or, you know, soft or anything like that. This is probably treated, and it holds on quite well as a box. Very smart, very, very clever. Okay, I'm going to just do a weight check with this. Turn on my scale, and let's see how much it weighs without batteries. 72.3 grams. That's all this thing weighs. Okay, if I were to just compare this and weigh it with, let's say, the Snow Wolf, which is also a dual 18650 battery, take out the battery, no batteries in there, and I just weigh this, 240 grams compared to 72.2 grams or 72.3 grams. Just for size comparison, let's check it out with side by side with all the mods, the dual battery mods. This is the Snow Wolf 200 watt. That's how big it is. Yep, that's how thick it is. Put that aside. Against the X Cube 2. That's how big it is. And at the side. Alright, so let's put back our batteries in there and get it started. And that's how it looks with the black one. Let's try it for fun with the blue casing. Fit it correctly, and that's how the blue one would look like. Beautiful. This is vaping with fun, like I said. Alright, so we're going to take this off. Before we start getting into the settings, let's put an atomizer or dripper on it and see how it, you know, sits. With my Cthulhu slush, beautiful. The Billow V2 Mini, same thing, nice and flush. Okay, with drippers, as you can see, there's a gap there. I don't know where that gap is coming from. I've tightened down the catch cup, but you could get a kick gap there. That's why it just leaves a gap. Twisted messes, let's see. Same thing, you also get a bit of gap there. Let's try with the Derringer, which I was vaping on, and this sits perfectly. Alright, so it's not all drippers. This sits beautifully and it looks great. Alright, so let's check out the settings. Right now I'm just going to briefly show it to you, and 5 clicks to turn it on and off, as usual with a lot of other devices as well, but you got to do it very quickly, otherwise it's not going to turn on. 1 2 3 4 5 goes off, 1 2 3 4 5, and it goes on again. So let's get to the main screen and take a look at the screen. On top you have your resistance in ohms, and on the right side you have your battery indicator showing you your battery level. Wattage, I'm in temperature control right now. This is your degrees in Fahrenheit, and it says F there, and the bottom of the F you see TI, titanium coil, 0.0 volts, that's your applied voltage, and there you have your puff counter and also your watts as well, 50 watts. 3 clicks, 1 2 3 fast, and it goes into power, watts, temperature control. You can switch it around, pass. So if you were to turn on pass, click OK, exit. Now this becomes a mechanical mod firing at full power. Okay, 1 2 3 to go back in there, pressing the up or down button, exit, go past it. You go into system, click system. You can rotate the screen, click the firing button, goes to right, screen, click screen, click left, click it again, and it goes back right side up for me, exit. Okay, so it depends whether you want to have it right side or left side. Okay, and exit, go past exit, you go back to power. If you click power, this is your decline. Okay, decline means you can set it, it's off now. If you turn it on, you can adjust the seconds from 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 all the way until 9.9 seconds. So that's 9.9 seconds. So normally you'd put 2 or 3 seconds, that's entirely up to you. Go into power mode and we set it to 3 seconds or 2.5. Let's set it to 2.5 seconds. Off, exit. Okay, so that's 50 watts there, 2.5 seconds. We're gonna fire it, and within 2.5 seconds 50 watt is going to drop down to 25 watts. You see, it stops at 25. It cuts the power by half in 2.5 seconds. That's what it does. All right, so 1 2 3 to get back in there. I don't normally use that decline function, but you could if you want to perfect your vape. So you've got decline there, you've got gain, same thing. You could turn it on and adjust the gain as well. So this is gradually heating up your coil. Next we're going to have a look at temperature control. In temperature control, nickel, titanium, custom wires, 3 different wires, and you also have profile 1 2 3 4 5. You can set in your own profiles if you'd like to. Right, okay, altogether 5 profiles there. Click it, profile 200 degrees Fahrenheit, F 1.3. You can set in your own values, unit Fahrenheit or Celsius, it's up to you. Exit, back out the main screen again, and you see now you're on profile 1 in Fahrenheit. 1 2 3. So next I want to show you is core protect. Core protect off. If you turn it on and click OK, you exit. So now I have core protect switched on. I'm on power mode, 50 watts, and let's say if I'm not aware of it, I don't know, I take up an Addy with titanium coil in there, or nickel for the matter, and I just fire it. What happens is it stops it, core protect, and it sets it to temperature control. Okay, however, this one says nickel here. I think VapeMX has to sort this out and get the coil right, but still it's better than firing it on power mode and you'll pop your coil. Right, so that's the core protect function that you have in there. let's say I'm on temperature control. 1, 2, 3. Go to temperature control. Let me take titanium, since I've got the titanium here. Alright, so I'm gonna just screw it on. Titanium, confirm, yes. No gain, unit in Fahrenheit. Exit, yes. So if I want to adjust my temperature, this is to go down all the way from 200 to 600 degrees Fahrenheit. Yeah. You can have it in Celsius as well. You have to go back into the settings and change it to Celsius if you'd like to. So if you're on Fahrenheit, you can actually control it. I'll set it back down to 400 or 450, which is what I normally vape at. So let's set it to 450, which is just right about here. Change the wattage. On the fly, what I do is just press the firing button together with the plus button on top, hold to change wattage, and you could either increase or decrease the wattage. Okay, so set it back to 50 watts, click OK, the firing button, and that's how you change it. Setting your resistance before you start vaping, press the top plus and minus button together, and it says hold to set resistance. So this is your resistance 0.210. So I've set my resistance, and it's like a resistance lock. So it's a pretty cool, neat device with all the features in it. Okay, but that's about it. So this is, you know, like a fashion accessory, fashion mod. It's really fun to play with it, and besides how it performs great and all. So let me take a vape and see how it vapes first. By the way, I've got titanium dual coils in here coming up to 0.22 ohms, firing at 450 degrees Fahrenheit and at 50 watts. Stunning. I actually received this from VapeMX way before Christmas, I think, and I've been playing with them because of all the holidays and all that, so I never had the chance to actually do a review of it. I've been running around and all that, testing and having fun with it, whatever you want to call it, and so far I've not had a single issue with it. I've really enjoyed using it. If there's an issue, I think it's me trying to, you know, work certain functions, not understanding the device and trying to comprehend, you know, the way the English is written on the instructions manuals. Comes with some pretty cool features, you know, as you've seen in the close-ups, like decline, gain mode, core protect, you know, their profiles and all that, which I don't use. What I really like is the catch cup, because I've had, you know, a couple of incidences where, you know, juice actually leaked into the 510 and just shorted out the whole entire device, and it's gone bust. So, you know, I like the catch cup. All that said, now the price point before I get to the cons. one of the cons has to be the price point. Does it justify for the price that you're paying for? The VapeMX sells for, I gotta take a pause here, $144 US, okay, inclusive of shipping to Malaysia. This thing is gonna cost you 624 ringgit if you buy direct from VapeMX.com. okay. The leather covers, they're sold as accessories. You just saw a picture of it, of all the different you know, covers that you have. Very tempting. It's $15 US, and you got to top up another $15 US for shipping to Malaysia. So it's $30 US, which is 130 ringgit. However, I went Google up and I found Fastech selling the authentic VapeMX box mod 150 watt for $82.75. That's, I think, probably the cheapest there is around. So if you want to get one, go to Fastech and buy it from Fastech, and that is 358 Malaysian ringgit, somewhere around there. Alright, so rather than paying 624, order it direct, you go to Fastech. It's a cheaper alternative. Alright, so this is the VapeMX box mod Now, the cons. You know, the only con that I can find with it is the USB charge port, which does not allow you to do a software upgrade. So if there's any kind of upgrade and all that, you can't do it yourself. You got to send this mod back to either the shop or send it back to the manufacturer, which is VapeMX, to do the upgrades. That's the only drawback for this. Other than this, the other con is the price. You know, there are lots of other devices out there in the market that does 150 watts for probably half the price. But then again, when vaping turns into a hobby, hell breaks loose. Okay, there are times, or there was a time, where I paid $400 for a 40 watt device. Some would say, man, that is completely rubbish. Why would you pay $400 for something that just fires 40 watts? I mean, each to his own, but you know, like I said, when it turns into a hobby, hell breaks loose, you know. So only you can decide. The vaping budget hands, weigh that and, you know, make the decision yourself. It doesn't matter what you're vaping with, remember, as long as you're not going back to the stinkies. I'm going to take another vape. Flawless. You know, I've seen a couple of reviews where they say, you know, the screws here, if you put it on a wooden table, it might scratch because of the screws that's sticking out just a fraction. It might scratch your table, but I've not had any issues with mine because I think they must have corrected there. They've sort of like beveled out the hole and screwed the screw deeper in, and there's nothing protruding out. So mine's okay, no issues with mine. Alright, so besides that, nothing else. One more vape, we'll call it a wrap. Sweet. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you for your support. Have a great year in 2016, and until I talk to you again, vape safe. Bye for now. God bless.